Like when you add anything to this to inside the vagina to clean, it actually affects the pH balance, and when the pH balance is affected, then you can get rid of the good bacteria. Your vagina cannot smell like roses or smell like strawberries or something. Like your vagina is actually an organ. You do your hand like this and then spread your labial lips around that vulva area. So sometimes some of these infections are not even sexually transmitted. What you personally also do to your vagina, or what part you take, actually determines whether you're going to be having infection or not. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's like your first time here, you're welcome. My name is Bimi and I'm a YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. So if this is like your first time here, like I've said, please don't make it to your last. Please click the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell button beside it so that you can know when I drop some content like this. I actually make amazing content. If you've not seen any of the video on my channel, please click on my channel and you will see a lot of videos there. Watch any of them and you will enjoy them. So please click the bell button so that you can know when I drop content like this. And if this is not your first time, you know that I cherish you so much and thank you so much for always supporting my videos. And I mean this time, like I'm not saying it because I'm saying it because I actually love you so much and I appreciate you for supporting my videos. So in today's video, I want to talk about something that is very much important to me, and also as to ladies, to women as a whole, which I feel like we are not addressing like enough as women. I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people talk about these things, but it's not reaching a lot of people. I don't know how that works, but I've personally seen people talking about how to care about your vagina, what to do about your vagina, but I still feel like a lot of people do not know these things. Maybe I think people just don't pay attention, and sometimes some people don't just have access to this information, because sometimes you see a doctor talking about this, you see vaginal care talking about this, but still people still don't understand, and it makes me feel like, do you want to kill yourself, sister? Because we are still young. Like, I'm very sure that this video is, a lot of people that will watch this video are maybe between 20 and 30s, and I feel like we are still young. If we are doing a lot of things to our vagina at this time, it's not really cool, and I wonder what would happen when we get to 40, 50, 60. So that's the essence of this video. And ever since I had infection, because between 2016 and 2020 I battled this infection that I did not even know that was an infection. I just knew that I was always feeling sick, and when I feel sick I get to the hospital. At some point I think a doctor actually knew what was wrong with me, but he didn't tell me what was wrong with me, and because of that I didn't know that there's some things I'm not supposed to do, that I didn't know there's something that I'm supposed to do to prevent this infection and other infections from growing and all of that. So but in this video I've actually made a video talking about this thing, like telling this story. But if you've not seen this video, please click here or here, anywhere you will see the video. Please watch it. And so in this video today I want to address people that douche. And as much as I know that okay, our personal hygiene is very important to us as women, and we're always trying to make sure that we are clean, it is very much important as well to clean properly and to clean the right way. Cleaning the wrong way can lead to even more worse complications and infections and all of that. So if you're, I know that some people are just desperate to make their vagina look very clean to maybe their partners or to themselves or to other people to prove a point, which is actually not bad if you want to be clean down there. But at the same time, you have to do it the right way. You don't have to do it in a way that harm you in the process, because if you do certain things or you use certain products that actually now causes the pH balance to be affected, then you are prone to more infection, you are prone to more complications than you were even before. So without further ado, I think we should actually like just get into this video. So if you're interested in this conversation, this topic, you definitely want to keep on watching. So yeah guys, before I even continue, I might forget in the process. So before I continue, I want to tell you guys this thing for a fact. When you're washing down there, you don't necessarily have to wash inside, because I've seen some products that they will say put inside your vagina to clean and all of that. I'm always shaking my head like, who are the people buying these products? I mean, you sell your product to me to say I should put it in my vagina to cleanse it, and then I'll bring it out. I don't understand. What is the product supposed to do? It's supposed to clean. What is about? So like when I see this product, I'm always like, do these people have, they don't know the consequence of all these things that they are doing. They know that these things have complications, might have complications in quotes. So like in everything you do, you don't have to wash inside your vagina, right? The only thing you can do is wash the outside, like all those vulva, the labial lips, and all of that down, like from your clitoris down there, like just then to the back. But washing inside the vagina is actually not cool enough. Like according to my research, the vagina actually washes itself, like it's self-maintaining. It's actually cleans itself, and that's why whenever it is that the vagina cleans itself, you see discharges on your outer body sometimes. So it is self-cleaning. Like when you add anything to this to inside the vagina to clean, it actually affects the pH balance, and when the pH balance is affected, then you can get rid of the good bacteria that actually protects the vagina from infection. So what you are doing is when you introduce this product inside the vagina to clean them, it makes your vagina, it actually becomes a threat to the good bacteria, and then they become weakened, or maybe they die, and then they give room to more bacteria that will now cause infections or complications or whatever. So I just decided to tell you guys before I forget. So please, in everything you do, clean down there very well, but do not apply anything inside your vagina. Clean your labial lips, clean your clitoris, clean your vulva, clean everywhere, but not inside your vagina. Do that make sense? So douching is just basically cleaning the vagina with water and some other mixture to make them to feel clean according to them. Most of these mixture sometimes is maybe water and antiseptic, water and some fragrances, and even like vinegar could be part of it. And these things are actually not good for the, you know, down there. Like these things are harmful, and according to my research, I realized that these douching products can actually make your infection or whatever that you want to even treat, or even the body that you want to treat, become more worse. Okay, some girls use this thing to prevent STIs as well, which is quite understandable. That okay, you're trying to prevent yourself from body odor, you want to stay fresh, you want to stay doing anything. But there are ways to do that, which I will discuss it in this video. But using these douching agents, I will add some of them on the screen for you guys to see. Using these douching agents actually make you prone, and also it can even get you infections, it can get you complications, which are serious complications, and sometimes it can make you have infections that leads to cancer. So sometimes some of these infections are not even sexually transmitted. What you personally also do to your vagina, or what part you take, actually determines whether you're going to be having infection or not. Do you understand? So when you try to use all these products on your vagina, inside your vagina or on your vagina, it makes all these bacteria rest, they become weakened, and then you are prone to infection. And at that point, if you actually like now have if you now have like if you now have contact with maybe a bad toilet at that point, or maybe you have an unprotected sex at that point, you know what happens? You're already prone, and then you're really vulnerable. Do you understand? Because normally the way this thing is made, it is vulnerable. We are more vulnerable to all these things than the opposite sex. So that's why it is better that we are very much more careful of what we apply, where we go, where we sit on, what we do, and everything. So even if you're not considering, like, I'm an advocate for protected sex, because when I had infection, it was not even a sexually transmitted infection, but I knew how much I spent, I knew what I went through, I knew the emotional pains, because you can just wake up one day, you slept well last night, right? And then you wake up the next day, and I'm having temperature, I'm feeling feverish, and then I realized that this thing is already here again, right? So I knew how much I went through all these things. So I now feel like if I could be going through all those, and it's not a sexually transmitted disease or infection, how much more a sexually transmitted infection? So I'm actually like an advocate for protected sex. But in case where you actually have it, there are actually other ways to go about these things than using douching agents or douching products, or all these products that they sell to you on Instagram to say, oh, your vagina, your purpose has to be. I feel, as much as I know that women are desperate to look good for their man, at the same time, please don't do things that will harm your pickles. So when I was trying to read about these things, because I've actually wanted to do this for a very long time, but I'm feeling like how people feel about it. But when I was reading about it, I realized that a lot of the complications that come with douching is maybe pelvic inflammatory disease, and you know what that means. When you have a pelvic issue, it might lead to a cancer. You can actually have pregnancy issues too when you douche, like miscarriages, delayed pregnancy, or you can actually start having maybe it can lead to like forced pregnancy as well, according to what I read and all of that. And it can actually lead to cervix inflammatory disease as well, and you know what that means. It can lead to cervical cancer. So like these things are just see, you know what, something about our vagina, the way after the infection I had, I just feel like the vagina is a very delicate organ in our body. Like I do not treat it as just anything. Like I treat it like separately. The way I would treat my body is not the way I would treat my vagina. The way I would treat my leg is not the way I would treat my vagina. The way I would treat my head is not the way I would treat my vagina. My vagina is very much important to me. Like I wash it with just water, right? And I make sure that okay, anything that goes down there or anything that goes like my pad, my panties are okay. Like, do you understand? Like I would rather not wear panties than wear something that will cause something down there. Like, do you understand? So, like, because I know how much went into this. And you know one thing? Imagine if you have infection and you don't know. And then you now went to douche again. You use all the douching agent and all of that. Your infection is likely to be more complicated. And this is why I would say this again. It is good for women to go for all these tests like eye vaginal swab, HPV test, and I think there's HPV vaccine, and it's actually very free. And there's another test I want to talk about. Okay, pap smear test. Yeah, pap smear test actually is very good. It makes you know what's going on in your body. If you have an infection, you will know if you have infections. You know if you don't have infections. These things are actually very good for women. So because when I had an infection, I didn't know that I had infection, and I was just treating. Though one doctor knew, but he didn't tell me. I was just there treating sicknesses without knowing. So it is important to know these things. And you know that yeast infection, what's the name? Candidum or something. Yeast infection is actually, we are very prone to yeast infection. You don't really even have to be sexually transmitted or sexually active to have yeast infection. Any small thing like this, any small change in pH balance, there is yeast infection. It's always everywhere. It's always there. Like, we are vulnerable to yeast infection more. You understand? I don't want to make this video very long, and I don't want to confuse you guys because I will keep talking about these things. Because when I had the issue I had to like read a lot about this thing. So, and that's when I said I was going to be making videos about these things and talking about it, because I've heard about women that died through human papillo something virus, and then some people cervical cancer, pelvic diseases and all of that, just because of these things. Ignorance. Do you understand? So there's several ways by which you can actually like be clean down there. Like, you really did not have to go through this. There are ways by which you can be clean down there, and I'm going to be mentioning them right now. Okay, so the first way you can actually be clean down there is just wash your vagina with water. Like, wash your vagina with just water. It could be after you urinate, after you have sex, after your menstruation, after anything. Just use water. And I guess they recommend warm water, not hot water, of course. Warm water. Just wash it with water, like thoroughly. Spread the lips. Like, I read it like when you just use you understand how it looks down there. You do your hand like this, and then spread your labial lips around that vulva area. Then use the water to wash it very well from the clitoris downward. Wash it with water like very, very well. Like, it actually works. And after washing it, use maybe a towel or whatever, clean anything that is clean to pat it dry, because when the moisture stays long on that place again, it leads to bacteria. You know what moisture does? When moisture stays a long time in a place, or water or whatever, it breeds bacteria. And then you know what bacteria does to the vagina? it alters the pH balance, and when the pH balance is altered, you have infection. So me personally, I don't know, I used to make sure that I use tissue. I was seeing somewhere that they said tissue is not good, but I've not really confirmed. They said tissue is not good, wipes is good, but I really do not trust what is inside that wipes. Maybe if I see a water, just water wipes, but I really do not think that I trust what is inside a wipes, because a wipes has fragrances. Some wipes have fragrance, some wipes have some things that has been added to them. So I don't know if there's a just water wipes, then I could say I want to use it. But and I feel like wipes is moist, so why should I use wipes down there? But for now, I just use my tissue. I use my tissue paper to clean down there. That's what I do, and to make sure that there is no moisture there. So because when there's moisture there, and then you wear your panties, and then there's that heat, it leads to breeding bacteria, like I told you guys. So and that's why they advise you not to wear panties to bed, because you can sweat, and when you sweat overnight, then it will be there. Then everything will be there, and then but that's not the major reason, but it's one of the reasons why it is good to actually leave, guys. So I've actually been filming, and I realized that my phone was not recording. But that's by the way. You know, the thing about recording, and it's like you would have said everything you want to say, and then you have to say it again. So I was saying that I don't trust wipes unless I say that the wipes is just water wipes, or anything like maybe just water that's inside. But I just feel like I don't trust wipes enough that much yet. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like wipes have fragrance, they have other stuff, but I don't know if it's just me or I'm just feeling that way, and it's okay. But for now, I just use my tissue paper. I'm always either I'm with tissue paper or but most of the places I go to these days have tissue paper in their restrooms, so I don't have to bother. So I used to pat it dry, and so that the moisture will not grow bacteria, and all of those things. So the second point I will be talking about is practice proper hygiene, guys. I was watching a video yesterday, and I think 2 days ago, and then the lady was talking about how to as a lady, how to take care of yourself as a lady and look good and all of that. And she was like, it's not just about bathing, washing your teeth, like bath properly. Like I'm telling you again too, that have a proper bath. I mean, bath properly, take care of yourself. I mean, practice proper hygiene down there, especially clean down there. Like I said in my first point, like use water. Wash your panties well. I mean, if it requires you to iron it. Wash your panties well. Wash your use your panty liners if you need be. If you really need to use panty liners, and also change your pads regularly when you want to change it. And some people are just very funny. Like, you're using douching agent, but you're changing your pads after 12 hours. I mean, you're using douching agent, but you're not even bathing well. Like, does it make sense? So if you want to do all these things, I mean, your personal hygiene comes first. You cannot be working on, I want to be clean down there when you're not even taking care of yourself properly. I mean, do you understand? So like, these things actually matter as well. Your proper hygiene is actually very, 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 very much important, even more than your douching agents, which that I'm against. Now, so when I was actually reading about it, I saw that the vagina actually sweats, and if you do not take proper care of it, maybe you don't wash it off, or like maybe allow fresh air to allow fresh air inside of it, or maybe you use water to wash it off or dry it or something, this sweat can lead to odor or something else. Like, when sweat stays long in a place, it can lead to odor, and it can lead to infection in the long run. Be very, very responsible for your vagina, if that makes any sense. Like, look at your vagina like it is a baby that you're taking care of, because whatever happens down there is affecting your whole body. I mean, it is affecting your whole body. It can lead to cancer, it can lead to anything. I'm not scaring you, but these are the things that happens, right? So like, I'm just saying, take care of yourself down there. Take care of your body, take care of yourself, take care of your vagina, take care of everything. Be responsible for it. And like I said, I've always said, proper hygiene is also not proper hygiene for your vagina is also not having unprotected sex. I mean, it is a responsibility. Like, just make sure that you don't do anything else unless you're married, or you trust your partner so much that you are the only partner they have, and then you also are not seeing somebody else, right? Unless in that condition, please do not have unprotected sex. And even if they don't, even they're not seeing anybody, people have infections other than through sexual intercourse, right? So even they're not seeing anybody, might have maybe yeast infection, UTI, another infection that does not have to do with sexual intercourse. So I advise strongly that you have protected sex. Like, it will not cost you anything. Well, maybe it might be different, I don't know. For pleasure or your health, pick one. Like, another thing I want to talk about to you guys, if there's like any odor down there, you can actually see your doctor. See a doctor instead of using all these douching agents or products. It's advisable to actually see your doctor first. Talk to a doctor when you actually have all these discharges, all this odor or smell or anything. Our body, the vagina has like a normal smell, but when you're sensing a foul smell or maybe a foul discharge, of course we have several discharges in our vagina, like depending on our ovulation cycle, menstrual cycle rather. So like when you are ovulating, there's a discharge. When you're in your bathroom window, there's a discharge. When you're about to start your period, there's a discharge. After your period, there's a discharge. So like all these discharges are normal, but when you're suspecting something that is abnormal, like that's why you have to know your body well. When you're seeing something that is abnormal, it's actually good to see your doctor and talk to your doctor about it and say, okay, I'm seeing this, what could be wrong, right? So like it is just self-responsibility to know that when you're doing things like this, you don't go ahead and start using agents or products that you don't know their inception, you don't even know what is inside, you don't even know what the ingredient is about, but you want to use it on your vagina. Like, how? Do you understand? Like, it is important that you know what you're putting in your vagina, and as much as you want to look clean, please see your doctor whenever you have maybe a body odor, like a vaginal odor or anything. Just see a doctor first, and then from there they will recommend products for you or tell you whatever it is wrong with you. And sometimes it may even be a normal vaginal odor, right? Another point is drink lots of water and eat well. Eat well. Well, good diet is good. Everybody knows that good diet is good, balanced diet is good, eating well is good, but that drinking water, a lot of water or more, I have tried it and it worked for me. I mean, it actually makes you feel good down there. I'm not joking. Like, if you've not done it before, try it. Just take enough water. Like, just take a lot of water, not a lot of water, but just take enough water, and you feel like so good down there. I mean, I don't know the science behind it, I don't know how it works, but what I know is that it actually makes you feel good down there. So take enough water, take a lot of water. And then I personally take a lot of water. I don't know, apart from the fact that it's good for the vagina, it's good for the skin, it's good for a lot of things in our body. But if you are looking to actually achieve a good smelling vagina or something, it's actually good to take a lot of water. It actually helps, right? I'm actually going to make another video on something else interesting. You guys should look forward for that. Look forward to that, right? Although this video is actually kind of, it requires me to be courageous, to have courage, right? But I said I'm going to do this video because it's actually not easy. I'm coming out of my comfort zone, but I said let me do this because a lot of people need to get to know this and all that. So, and then to my last point, use dermatologist approved or gynecologist approved feminine wash down there to wash your vagina. Like I said earlier, you don't have to wash inside your vagina. Your vagina is always self-cleaning. Like, it maintains itself, it's normal, and that's why you have discharges on your panties. You know, when it does all this cleaning and everything inside, then it discharges it on your panties, right? So these discharges are normal, except for the abnormal ones that may be due to infection or whatever. So when it does all these things, it discharges on your panties, and because it is always doing what it knows to do, because it is always working. Like, do you understand? Like, it's always working, it's always maintaining itself. So all this feminine wash, just use it outside, maybe from your clitoris downwards, and you know, just it makes you feel fresh. I think there's one from Oriflame, there's one from Longreach, there's one from Dove. I think I'll put it on the screen for you guys to see if you don't know. And I think they are all fragrance free, right? But make sure that they are dermatologists and new and gynecologist approved feminine wash. So this is actually help you other than using all these douching agents that would cause more harm for you. So if you want to feel fresh, if you want to feel good down there, I think there's one feminine, I think that's the one I know from, I think Oriflame or Longreach, I think Oriflame. I'll put them on the screen for you guys, so you can actually get any of them to wash yourself down there, so that you can look fresh, you can look good, you can so that you can smell fresh, smell good, and smell amazing. Not necessarily smell amazing, but you can feel fresh. So that you can feel fresh and feel good about your vagina, right? Instead of using dashing it. And like and see, your vagina cannot smell like roses. I know that you've read it a lot of time, but you still will not listen. Your vagina cannot smell like roses or smell like strawberries or something. Like, your vagina is actually an organ itself. And just like your eyes, and it's actually a very huge organ, part of the body. So don't configure it into, so there's a way it is. So you applying a product or agent is making it like you're configuring into something else, and that's when infection comes in, because when the pH balance is affected, then it leads to infection, right? So like, use this product. This product actually, they're very, very good. So I think I should end this video here. Let me know if you want me to do more of this video, guys, and please, if there's any female you know that is douching, tell them that I said they should stop, and send this video to them so that they can watch it. They can watch it. I said watch it, so that they can watch it. And please, you guys should not abuse me in the comment section. I'm just doing my best. I'm just looking out for you guys. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please share this video with anybody you know that might need it. And also, please guys, I want to tell you guys, in anything that you do, please do not have unprotected sex. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, but please do not have unprotected sex. It is actually not nice for you, and I think it is self-responsibility to know that unprotected sex is not the best for you. Like, sis, I mean, you should know what's best for you. Do not, unless you are married or and you're looking for kids or something, please do not have in any way, do not have unprotected sex. So if in any way you're shy of getting to a pharmacy or a shop to buy condoms or anything, or protection or anything, I was told, I read, I saw somewhere that you can actually buy these things on Jumia or Konga, and they have it delivered to you, to your doorstep. So you have it to your house, on your partner's house, or whatever, wherever you want to do, whatever you want to do. So that way you don't have an excuse of, I do not want to go to the, I do not want to. You can actually get onto Jumia. The delivery man will not know what is delivering to you is inside the Jumia pack. So please be responsible. Do not harm yourself, sis. Do not harm yourself. Do not have unprotected sex. And like I said earlier, these guys actually might not know that they are having the way they are configured here, they might have infection and they don't know for weeks, for months, because that's their own body. So you will not even, they will look good and even they'll be looking good and they'll be fresh, but you think that they are healthy, but they are not healthy, right? And that's why it is important that you as a lady take responsibility for yourself to make sure that you do not have unprotected sex. It doesn't mean that you don't trust your partner. It's just a way of looking out for each other. I mean, even you personally might have infection and they don't even know. So if you have anything together, they catch it, and then it's kind of complicated. So, but to reduce these complications and complicated situations, it's actually very good to take responsibility as an adult to have protected sex. Your health is very important. I've been there. And like I said, mine was not even a sexually transmitted infection, but I knew what I went through. Like, I knew what I went through, and I don't want you to go through the whole extortion that all these doctors make you go through, and the whole because it's actually not easy. They would want to extort you. They want to, some will even try to like take advantage of you because you're a lady and you don't know what you're doing, and what you have used is your vagina. Like, I had an experience like that. I'll put the video here if you've not watched it so you can see it. The doctor was asking me to send my vagina pictures to him because I complained to him. I'll put the video here if you've not seen it so that you can go and see it. So guys, like I said, I think I was all over the place, but I don't know. I hope you guys got something in this video. If you want me to do this video, more of these videos, please let me know in the comment section. Please chat with me, guys. Let me know what you think. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video with your friends, subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel yet. I mean, If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to subscribe. So subscribe guys to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.